the strong man. Jesus talks about this in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27, where he says that you're not going to be able to spoil the house of the strong man unless you bind him first. And I gave you a definition of the strong man, just simply saying the most powerful in the house, the most powerful force in the room. And we go back into the history of biblical history, and we find in the Old Testament to where God had said to the descendants of Abraham, he said, you all will be incredibly strong, but he says you must be in alliance with the true and the living God. And that was followed through. There were difficulties along the way, but as they inhabited what we refer to as the promised land, God in the forefront. But then there came the work of the god Baal, a part of the trinity of the devil. And he began to just work among the people to try to find the smallest opening where he could begin to gain influence. And he was the god of fertility, which is simply to say that if you are having trouble with your crop and you want your ground to become fertile, you would pray to the god Baal that he would send rain. And so people begin to switch their alliance or their belief in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they begin to look over toward this idol that many of the heathen around them set such store by. And so as the influence became stronger among the, quote, people of God, we begin to understand that Baal was a god of apostasy, simply meaning this: causing ones to have a desertion of one's faith. And the mission was to take a nation that had known God and turn it away from God. Well, in the days of Jesus, this type of influence was strong among the people. But what changed things was when Jesus Christ, the Son of God, arrived on the scene. And you read this in the first 3 chapters of the Gospel of Mark about as the ministry of Jesus began to increase and how he was literally taking on the forces of hell and casting out demons. I mean, it was everywhere that he was going. Demons. He was confronting them, and he was rebuking them, and he was casting them out. And the ministry was powerful. It was intense. And wherever he went, he was the most powerful force that was there. And he had the ability to cause the dominions of hell to begin to retreat. This is Pastor Jack King with the gospel on the radio broadcast.